Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this week's update and patch notes. Apologies for not getting this video out yesterday. I kind of almost forgot there was even an update just because of how small and insignificant this one was. And yesterday I wasn't feeling very well. I actually didn't end up going to work and didn't really feel in the mood to making a video, but now I'm able to. And we are going to be talking about it here. So yeah, this is yet another patch week. I'm assuming we're getting all patch weeks for the rest of the month, which is only one more week, of course, in this month, but who knows what March is going to hold. I would like to think that they might be doing something regarding archaeology, or at least announcing the release date at the start of March, even if it's not till April, although I hope that's not the case. But they've been pretty bad about communicating anything so far this year, so hopefully they can start to turn that around. But anyways, this is there was pretty much nothing on the main update post aside from one of the patch notes, and then the reminder about the double XP weekend, which does start this Friday, February 21st, and you have until March 2nd to use up your 48 hours of double XP time. So that is how they're doing it this time around, and that's pretty much all they had on the main page, or the main post, aside from the patch notes, which the main big patch note for this week, which is basically just a correction from a previous patch, is they have reverted or semi-reverted the mining speed nerf. So just recently it was changed so that when you're mining, if you have no stamina, or as your stamina decreases, your mining or your mining damage would decrease significantly, and that has now been changed to only be pretty much it only affects you if you have 0 stamina now. So it is a much less harsh of a nerf to your mining. If you had been semi-AFK mining previously, like clicking rock opportunities only, you shouldn't have any decrease in your mining rates, they said now. So that's good. People did complain about that, and I think it made sense to complain about it, because the whole idea of that nerf was to target the full AFK, and the fact that it also was looping in people who didn't fully AFK was a bit annoying. So yeah, I'm glad that they fixed that, although obviously it's not really a big change. Also, they do have a little bit of a different thing on the patch notes this week. They have added in some pictures to it, and they also did a thing on their Twitter where they kind of gave a rundown of the major patches, similar to the way Modley used to do his videos, but much more brief and mainly text-based. People seem to like that. As far as the pictures go, honestly, I could go either way on it. I don't really care that they're there, but it's not like a bad thing. But I feel like, you know, they might be going too far with it. Like it's just nice to just read through the patch notes when, I mean, these pictures don't really add much is the thing. Like they're just kind of there. It's not like they make it much easier to understand, unless they change the format of or like how they choose the pictures in the future, then that might make a difference. But right now, I mean, it just shows a picture of random stuff that, you know, doesn't really relate to the patch directly. It's just like the general area of what the patch is touching upon, and I don't know, I feel like it'll just make them have to spend more time on the patch notes, which we know they have in the past already struggled with having enough time to put together a decent bit of patch notes. So yeah, like I said, I could go either way on it, but if it does make it mean they have less time to actually put the patch notes together, then I would rather them just, you know, scrap this and continue the way it was before, still with the nice sections, but I feel the pictures are largely unnecessary. They made some fixes to the quest from last week. The Once Upon a Slime quest had a couple of things that needed fixing in there, so they fixed those, but nothing really that significant for them. They said something about, yeah, the Reaper assignments. I guess previously I'd never had this happen to myself yet, but apparently you could get the first 2 bosses within the Elite Dungeons as your Reaper assignments, I guess. So like the you know, the Sanctum Guardian and Masuda and those guys from ED1, and the others, of course, from the other Elite dungeons. So that would have been kind of a weird thing to get, I guess, although it's basically the same as if you were just going to do Siryu or, you know, a given Elite dungeon boss, unless you really did want to just kill that boss and then end the dungeon and start over, which is unlikely. But yeah, I think it makes more sense to have it just be able to be like the main boss of the dungeon. So that might change the, you know, frequency of certain tasks because some have been removed, which I think is good. Then there was the mining change. So like I was saying, the change mainly only impacts the full AFK now. So at 100% stamina, you'll do 100% of the potential damage. At 1 to 99% stamina, you'll be doing 90% of your damage. And at 0% stamina, you'll only be dealing 20% of the damage. So yeah, that is how it is now and how it will likely stay. So I think it's good change, to be honest, because it just still lets you do the nice AFK-able mining where you just click the rock opportunities and that's basically it. So that's how I will continue to mine, and I'm sure many people will do that as well, because clicking once every, you know, 4 ticks or however much it is just for a 10% more damage, I don't know. In my opinion, it's not worth it, but some people who are really going for min-maxing and efficiency might, you know, argue otherwise, but that's just my opinion on it. I'm glad that they made that change, though, as people were quite annoyed with it. And then they have a big section of bug fixes, which I kind of don't like. That is one thing that they mentioned in this new format with the pictures, is they're going to have a section with bug fixes only, which, like I just said, I don't really like that. I liked when they were, you know, bug fixes were put in with the other things in the relevant sections themselves, rather than having their own section, just because, you know, I don't actually read through all of the bug fixes. And then I have to, well, I mean, like, I do read through all the bug fixes, but then I have to figure out myself, you know, it's not like it's hard to figure out, but I just have to, you know, take that extra step of, you know, where does this actually come from, this bug, where was it happening, and what's the fix? Is it actually an important one or not? I don't know. It was much easier if it was in a section, like, you know, if there's a bug fix under a boss, then, you know, it's probably a pretty big one. The only thing that was in these bug fixes I think that I could figure was worth mentioning is there's something called a Zamorak insignia, and apparently that wasn't working against Zamorak forces in God Wars 1. Apparently that will now work. I do not know what a Zamorak insignia is. I'm assuming it might be the thing from the World event, but I am not positive about that by any means. But other than that, I don't think that there's anything else. Yeah, it was a pretty short patch notes this week, especially with their new format. They really didn't have much to say. The mining revert is good, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the only real change this week. So hopefully we see some good stuff coming in the following months, like starting from March, and I would really hope we get the announcement of the release date of Archaeology pretty soon, because I'm really looking forward to doing that new skill. But yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments. One thing that was a bug that they introduced this week was with your the outfit I'm wearing right now, as well as the Elite Trapper outfit. The Sentinel and Trapper outfits were just gone from, like, I don't know if they disappeared from banks. I think I had mine in Diango, and then I went to go do this BGH that I'm doing right now, and I couldn't find my woodcutting outfit. And it's really nice to have here at BGH, because you get that 7% increase to your success rate of woodcutting, which is a huge factor here, because your woodcutting success is pretty low at these, and even at 99 with the crystal hatchet, you don't have 100% without the outfit. And even with the outfit, I don't think I have it, because I don't have honed 5 on here. Probably should try and get that, but I probably want to get my invention up first. But yeah, they were just gone. I don't know how this happened, but basically they were gone from Diango. You couldn't reclaim them, and they hotfixed in that you have to go and talk to Diango and use just like the regular talk option and go through his dialogue in order to ask for your pieces of the Sentinel outfit back, and you have to ask for each piece individually. It's like pretty big pain, even just to do it. So they said that they have to reboot the game before they can do this for real, like they can actually fix it. So yeah, that was a pretty annoying bug, and it's kind of just like, how does that happen? Like, where do they go? The spaghetti code must be unreal for something like this to just happen in such a insignificant week of patch notes. Who knows? But yeah, if you are missing your Trapper or your Sentinel outfits, go over to Diango and talk to him, and he'll be like, for some reason these things seem to be missing from my storage. Would you like me to check if you've got any of them? And you can get them back that way. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video though, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it despite it not being the most interesting video in the world. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you looking forward to that archaeology release? I know I am for sure. Would love to see it at the end of next month, but I'm starting to feel like it's going to be in April, which is pretty disappointing, to be honest. But you know, what can you do? Thanks for watching again, and we'll have my normal Hardcore Iron Man video out over the weekend, and I'll see you guys for that. See you guys then, and peace out.